Hey, this is Pops, and I'm going to do something that seems completely off brand, but to be honest, it's just me and part of who I am and what we do. And I haven't really talked about it too much here on this channel, but I'm going to talk about it now. And that's animal stuff, exotic pet shows, and more specifically down here in Florida, Repticon. So let me get to it right now. Yep, there you go, Repticon. It's something that I have actually covered for years as I was a writer over on a Google News website and owned my own website, continued to cover for years. Took my kids, took other people that I knew. It all kind of resulted to the kids even doing like show and tell in their classrooms, getting some other folks that we knew to get out to see these shows and learn a lot about exotic pets. And my family, we've owned everything from frogs to bearded dragons. I we met my wife actually at a pet store. So it's kind of a long and storied history owning these kinds of animals. And since the pandemic, we really haven't kind of got back into the routine of traveling and doing this type of things. But my wife and I have been talking a lot about this. It's been kind of an extension of our farm life and it's kind of the business that we have, things of that nature that we feel like we need to get right back into it and talk about it. So that's what we're going to do right now. All right, if you go over to repticon.com, you will see these little critters. You'll see these little photos here. You can click the Learn and Discover. You can shop reptiles. All right, and as you scroll down, you'll see the upcoming show calendar. The dates are there in the cities. You can see everything from they've been over in Houston, they've been down here in Tampa, South Carolina, down through Florida, different dates across the Southeast, including Texas up through Tennessee. And then as far out, I saw some Colorado, one in Atlanta. They're really all over the United States with different areas and that kind of thing that can reach a lot of different folks in a lot of different regions. All right, if you go over here and you click the ticket button, it takes you down here to the prices for most of the shows: $12 to $15 for an adult, $6 to $7 for a 5 and through 12, and ages 4 and under are free. It's got some Saturday after 1 p.m. tickets. It's got super tickets that are good for both days. It's got all sorts of different information in here. So if you go over and you check out their website, it'll get you all the information you need for the different shows. And then there's actually an option there where you can click it and you can go ahead and pre-order your tickets, pre-purchase those tickets well out in advance. Now they are non-refundable, so make sure you plan accordingly. Yeah, I just thought it would be an interesting topic to kind of start bringing to the conversation here with what folks are interested in, what they're doing. There's so many things that are easy to get caught up in and drag us down and the negativity. And, I spend most of my time here talking about entertainment, but even that has been kind of tarnished over the last few years where things aren't really kind of living up to the standard of the past. So, like, do you have exotic pets? Do you own a lizard? Do you own it's like the chickens eat the same kind of worms that the lizards do. So we actually feed them to both. So it's really kind of interesting to get out there, learn more about all these different types of critters. I just thought I would click through a couple of photos with you. This is actually an albino steak that some folks have never actually seen. So when you head over to a show like this, what you can be in for is seeing things that you may have only seen at a zoo. You may never had a chance to actually get this close to, let alone handle and even purchase. This is one of the coolest things that I've seen at some of the shows, and I tell you what, I never get tired of checking out. This is a variant of one of the panther chameleons. They live for a few years, and you get up close and personal with these. And whether it's like a small exotic thing or a snake that you've never seen before, when you see certain animals, man, they just blow you away. It's just in shock and awe of how cool these things are. So for a very small price, you can go to one of these shows for a few hours, really have a good time, learn a lot, and then obviously if you're into this as a hobby or you want that kind of pet, it's a great place to go check that out too. Now, this is a promotional photo from one of the shows down here in Florida. I believe it was Bradenton. And as you can see, the show's very kid friendly. Look at how close he can get here. He's pointing out this, I believe it's a salamander there. He's 4 years old, super enthusiastic, hanging out. Vendors are super cool, very friendly. They tell you what the rules are. You can really kind of go up to them and really try to engage kids. 'Cause obviously, you can get a kid this excited at age 4. Imagine what he'd be when he's a little bit older. He's actually allowed to have a more complicated pet to raise. Now, this is called a confetti crested gecko. It's a kind of an oddity that you don't really see very often at like a local pet store. You can definitely see some geckos. I know back in the day we had, tokay geckos and some different variations thereof, but not one like this. And again, You get vendors that will take them out for photos. So there are actually some exhibits where, they'll have snakes that the kids can hold and touch, things of that nature as well, that gets you sort of engaged with the whole family and having an atmosphere that's very friendly to these type of pets. And yes, snakes. I know they had to have snakes. Lots of snakes. There are snake variations you aren't even going to believe. There are so many different things. They have genetic variations. There's some that are so rare and odd. The price is going to knock your side. You're just going to be blown away at how much people will pay for some of these things. It is an art. It is something incredibly unique and interesting. Totally fascinating. So yeah, Repticon is something we'll be doing here as a family. Hopefully, be able to get out and about and do these kind of regularly. Try to get the grandkids in. I think that's one of the things that our goal was, like, figure out that we really haven't done this with the grandkids. We do it with our kids, and then of course the pandemic came along, kind of broke up all of our routines. And of course, I'm not doing the website stuff. I'm only doing stuff here on YouTube with you guys. And even though this isn't movie, TV, entertainment related, it's what we do as part of our entertainment. So that's why I thought I would share with you guys. Yes, they've reached out with some press coverage, and yes, I would love to partner with them again, because we worked together for years and years and years. I've been to dozens of events all over the state of Florida. Don't think we went to anything outside of Florida on press credentials, but we did go to things when we traveled, because we actually did travel once all the way up to Pennsylvania and back. And we also did an event, sort of traveling through Atlanta, North Carolina, that kind of thing. And we did do some of this kind of stuff. And I know we definitely went and sought out some very rare, exotic events in one of those places. I remember going there. It's like, wow, this is crazy how fancy it was. So yeah, so that's my take on it. Again, repticon.com. Tickets, dates, information. Maybe you want to be a vendor. All that stuff is there for you. Go check it out, guys. Go check it out. And tell me what you guys think. Should I cover more of these type of events and things that we do as a family? What's going on in our lives? Do you want to see some of the farm content on my channel? Because we kind of have a channel, but we don't really do anything with the farm stuff. But I'm like, so many of you respond, and only the members really see a lot of the behind the scene photos of the grandkids and the farm animals, stuff like that. But I'm not totally opposed to doing it if that's what you guys want to engage with as well. So you guys let me know.